Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Modeling League's Chaos Cup. It is the semifinals tonight, and we have got the same two coaches we had in last season's championship game. Tonight, it's going to be I Want to Be Like Doug versus the White Skull Windbreakers, Richard Cranium versus Doug the Minotaur, Dwarves versus Orcs. Boy, this is going to be a bashy game. The bracket as it stands, we are down to 3 teams left in this competition. Nevagana Chimes Orc team defeating Cenozoic Park, Nick Satan's Lizard team in the semifinal. They are going to face off against the winner tonight. I Want to Be Like Doug versus the White Skull Windbreakers. It could be an Orc mirror match for this championship. Who knows? First up, I Want to Be Like Doug, Richard Cranium's team, the home team, the first seed here in the Chaos Cup, coming in at a TV of 1,390,000 gold. 13 players on the roster. Pepperoni Roller, that death roller. Oh boy, he's been having great use out of that player this competition. 2 runners, Kevin Bacon and Rorik Blood for Blood. A whole bunch of linemen, and of course General So the Blitzer. 3 rerolls, 5 dedicated fans, and 1 apothecary on the roster for I Want to Be Like Doug this evening. They're going to be up against Doug himself, the White Skull Windbreakers. Doug the Minotaur's team, 1,300,000 gold in TV, and 13 players also on this roster, but barking backside, the number 16 lineman will be out with a serious injury this evening. Under Thunder will be playing, but is also injured, and their AG is down to a 4+ instead of a 3+. 1 untrained troll, that's the big guy. 4 blockers and a strength of 4. 4 blitzers, a thrower, a goblin, and 2 linemen. 3 rerolls, 5 fans, 1 apple. Did I say apple? I bet you he has an apple, but he also has an oppo. How the 2 teams going to play tonight? I think it's going to come down to 2 things simply tonight. Well, not so simple, but 2 things. The first thing, the first order of business this evening is Pepperoni Roller, that death roller. Dirty Player +2 has proved to be an absolute nightmare to deal with. We've seen Richard Cranium field this death roller on every single first drive. Probably will do it again tonight, and Doug the Minotaur has to have a plan to deal with this death roller. Does he try to remove it from the pitch? Does he mark it with a trash player? Does he try to score early? What is the game plan? Because that death roller is out for blood. Pepperoni Roller is looking to flatten out some players and make some pizzas out of them. 3 guard, a whole bunch of block on this roster, as Dwarven teams tend to business. It's going to be formation integrity. The Dwarven team wants to stay grouped up. They want to stay close together, leverage that guard. They got a player with Mighty Blow, of course. Leverage all that block, get those 2-die blocks with thanks to the guard, maybe even get 3-die blocks. That's where they're going to be their strongest. When they get grouped together, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. Doug the Minotaur, his job is to split these dwarves up. He doesn't want them to be grouped up. He wants to split them apart to make them relatively weaker. Now suddenly they're losing the advantage of guard, and that's going to be a huge advantage for Richard Cranium tonight. Doug the Minotaur has the strength advantage. He can split these dwarves up. Now he's got his blockers with strength 4 that he can get 2-die blocks on. Or 2-die blocks with, rather. He's got that troll. Remember, the troll has Mighty Blow, but also has Projectile Vomit. Projectile Vomit works just very similar to Stab, except there's a D6 roll ahead of it. You roll a D6. If it's 2+, go ahead and make your armor roll. Otherwise, you've vomited on yourself. and it's going to be your armor that potentially breaks. He also has this Sneaky Get in One Cheek Squeak, the number 14 Goblin. A Sneaky Get could be a great way to get player advantage as well. You knock down a player, then you go in foul with a couple of assists, and suddenly you get the player advantage. Not a whole lot of TV this evening for Petty Cash. 90K, I believe, is the difference. That the White Skull Windbreakers will be picking up this evening. Not quite enough for bribe. We'll see what Doug the Minotaur decides to go with. Boy, I don't know how he's going to deal with that death roller. I've been thinking about it all evening. I don't know what the game plan is. I mean, Dirty Player +2 is ridiculous. Dirty Player is mighty low for fouls, and he's got a +2 on it with a strength of 7. And he can level up this Death Roller as well. If he levels up the Death Roller, I think Grab's a good pickup to keep players nearby. I think Multi-Block's a good pickup with strength 7. That gives you 2 strength 5 blocks. But the Pepperoni Roller's primary order of business is fouling. He's going to try to get those fouls and just mow down some players in the drive that he's on the pitch. Everybody else, you know, thick skulls, AV10, strength 3, they're hard to take down. But if you can just split them apart, they're easier to deal. They're significantly easier to deal with. By splitting them apart, they don't get their guard advantage, but more importantly, well, I don't know if it's more importantly, the White Skull Windbreakers have the speed advantage as well. So now, if they can start splitting apart those dwarves, now they can take away a chunk of the pitch, and now they can start to run past them. And once you get behind the dwarves, they're basically out of the drive. There's just really nothing you can do about it. So the dwarves want to stay together. They want to stay grouped up, get those blocks off, and make sure that they can reposition their players with their, you know, their terribly slow MA of 4, and stay ahead of that ball and stay in the drive. That's Doug the Minotaur's goal. Second goal for tonight's game. If he can do that, he will come out on top and win this game. Otherwise, it's going to, I want to be like Doug. Man, I am excited for this game, man. I'm super excited for this game. I think that Death Roller in the LRB6, I think it was too expensive. I came into BB 2020 still convinced it's too expensive. But Richard Cranium, he said, you know what? Let me show you what a Death Roller can do. So he's brought it. He had it since day one, week 1, I should say, and has been just bowling over players with it. It is terrifying, absolutely terrifying. So we'll see what use he can get out of this today. But without further ado, let's head over to. Do we still call this Cabal TV? Let's call it Cabal TV. Let's see if the coaches are ready to go this evening. All right, both coaches are indeed in Discord. We're a little early for their game. It's scheduled for 25 seconds from now, so we'll just hang out and wait for this game to get going. B.12341 the stream. I still gonna laugh at the names people make. Yeah, part of the fun of Blood Bowl is customizing your team. Yeah, he did pick up that second runner that didn't quite have the theming on the name. Game about to get underway here. Second semifinal matchup. This is the first competition of the season. After this competition, we'll take a short break and then we'll start. We'll open up registration for the second competition of the season. It's open to anyone who wishes to play, whether they participated in the Chaos Cup or not. And it's open to all types of coaches, whether they've played Blood Bowl before, they're veterans to the game, or whether they've never played in the first place. If you want to play with us, come hang out with us. You can check us out on our Discord. Check us out on the Discord link there, and say, hey, I'd like to play in the next competition, and we'll get you registered and ready to go. My goodness, that Death Roller. So scary. The winner of tonight's game going up against Nevagona Chimes team. 8 fan factor apiece. Boy, win or lose, both teams are making a lot of money this evening. 90K in petty cash for the White Skull Windbreakers. No money spent by, I want to be like Doug, so they're not going to be able to dip into their treasury here. They're picking up a keg, a cheerleader, and a coach. Coaches work the way they did in the LRB6. They give you extra rerolls on the corresponding kickoff event. Cheerleaders work a little differently. They don't give you an extra reroll. Oh no, is this Sweltering Heat? Is this Sweltering Heat? Let's go, Sweltering Heat! Cheerleaders give you a roll on the Prayers of Knuckle table, which is new to the game. BB Nut, welcome to the stream. I want to be like Doug, setting up their defense here in this very, very hot semifinals game. Sweltering heat in effect. Meaning after this drive, we could see some players out with heat stroke. We'll see if Richard Cranium fields that death roller here in the first drive. He's done it on the first drive, all competition long. Anchor defense here for I want to be like Doug. 3 big rolls apiece. Vicari76, welcome to the stream. Vicari76 asks, how many games do they play in a season? It depends on how many coaches register. But for example, there's three open competitions in a season, and then there's the final invitational, the championship tournament. In this competition, there were 6 weeks and then a cut to top 4. So if you make it to the finals, that's 8 games, and then most coaches will carry that team on to the next competition and then the next competition. So 20 to 30 games in a season, I'd say. But coaches only sign up competition to competition. So a coach can play in one competition, or they can play in all 3, or they can play in some combination of those. All right, the anchors spread wide here for I want to be like Doug. They have Paul Funyon in the left wide zone and Gravy Crockett over in the right. That death roller, the middle linebacker for I want to be like Doug. Windbreakers to set up their offense. Pants Vomit, boy, I hate that name. Pants Vomit the Troll, the center currently. In the game of Blood Bowl, you have to put 3 players on the line of scrimmage, these 7 squares right here in the middle. And you can put a maximum of 2 in either wide zone. You must also field 11 players if you have 11 players to put on the pitch. If you have a kicker, the kicker can't go in either wide zone and the kicker can't go on the line. They can, it's a legal setup, but then you can't kick with that kicker. So the kicker has to go in this middle rectangle here somewhere. There's actually a bug in Blood Bowl 2 where if you set up the kicker incorrectly on the first drive, the game chooses an arbitrary person on your team to kick, and that will be the person they pick for the rest of the game, so you'll never get your kicker. It was really obnoxious. Here's the kick to get underway here. Semi-final matchup. The winner of tonight's game not only faces off against Nevagana in the finals, but will earn a spot in this season's Blood Bowl. There's the kick. I don't know how we missed it, but it's a high kick. So White Skull Windbreakers are going to give Silent but Deadly an opportunity to pick this ball up. Failed the pickup, but look at the normal attempt on their turn. Turn 1 underway. 5 players wide on the line. 2-die block against the Sunday Kid. This is the right defensive tackle. Gets a POW out of this first block of the game. Breaks armor, got a KO to get things started. Hey, anytime you remove a dwarf, you cheer. Food Polish, thank you for the bits. Another armor break. Nope, that's the bug. No armor break there. First block of the game, got the removal. 1-man player advantage for the Windbreakers. Vakari 76 says, every time a dwarf gets its armor broken, an angel gets its wings. SP Beaver asks, is this the first dwarf KO of the season? I'm not sure. I would wager not, but boy, I'm having difficulty remembering when a dwarf had their armor broken this season. Bull Snort marks the two wide dwarven players, as does the one who dealt it. So the two dwarven players over on the left side marked down, and now the 2-die blitz on Paul Funyun will be a push. This is the number 9 blitzer, the one who supplied it making the blitz. Still has a point of movement left after the blitz. Decided not to follow up on the block. He'll stay put. Now the Windbreakers taking a mark on Gravy Crockett with 2 players. So tying down those wide players. Two-die block at the line. Double skulls on the big guy. Is he going to chance the reroll? The big guy does have loner. If he spends the reroll here, he has to roll a d6, and on a 4+, he gets to use the reroll. Otherwise, he simply loses it. He says, nope, I'm good. I'll take the knockdown, and that'll be a turnover. Turn 1, back to I want to be like Doug. This is why you want to action your big guy toward the end of your turn, the way Doug the Minotaur did there, because most big guys in this game have some sort of nega trait, at least one nega trait, typically. There are exceptions. Mummies on the undead team, of course, are the notable one. Soyce of Rogers is going to stand back up. Three-die Death Roller Blitz here. It's only going to get a push out of this. BB Nut says the orcs are being very touchy. They are indeed. Two-die block on Turtle Burp. This is the right guard. He's going to be pushed aside. Now marked by the Death Roller and Butch Casserole. Seconds left on the clock. The biggest Ragu is going to shift to take a mark on Duck Call over in the right wide zone. Duck Call is the number 5 blocker furthest down pitch. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Doug the Minotaur is the Doug. Two-die block is a both standing result here. Two-die block in the right wide zone. Now a one-die block over toward the left. White purple push Bull Snort back one space toward the line of scrimmage. And now a one-die block on the one who dealt it. He'll get a knockdown out of this. Pushes him a space back and toward the sideline. Breaks armor, gets a stun. Turn 2 now. Back to the Windbreakers. Pants Vomit, big guy, stands back up. Two-die block on General So. He's on the right side of the pitch. This will be a knockdown. 10 plus breaks armor. No armor break. Two-die block over in the right wide zone. Gets double skulls out of this, spends a reroll, gets a push on the biggest Ragu. Windbreakers down to 2 rerolls. And now, the 2-die on Gravy Crockett will be a knockdown. Sweltering Heat really makes your choices difficult. When do you end the drive? If you have a choice, as to when to end the drive. When do you do it? Because then you're putting your fate in the hands of Nuffle. The Windbreakers, I think, doesn't really change their strategy too much. They're going to want to stall this out until turn 8. But once that sweltering heat hits, decisions might change. 2-die blitz gets the knockdown over in the left wide zone. Boot polish, thank you very much for the bits. Clearly cheering for the Orcs. Now there are 2 Orcs over in the left wide zone on the 10 and 12 yard line. Windbreakers going for the ball pickup again, fails the pickup this time, but succeeds on the free reroll. They do have the sure hand skill, gives them a free reroll on the pickup. Ball's going to advance to the 14 to their own 14-yard line, and now the foul on Paul Funyon with 2 assists doesn't break armor, but the Goblin, the sneaky git, will not be called off the pitch. 2-die block back at the line of scrimmage on Butch Casserole's a foul. Von Maru cheering for the offense. Thank you very much. That offense animation looked choppy. Something must have happened. Turn 2 now. So I want to be like Doug. Boy, it's really difficult when a proper noun is an entire sentence. S. Beaver cheering. Cheering for the defense. Thank you. Thank you very much for the bits. BBNet says if the Orcs had real balls, they'd pass the ball next turn, score and assert dominance. Plus an 82-ish% chance the Death Roller is gone. Yeah, I mean, that's Doug Mintar really has to be cognizant of this Death Roller and really wants to find a way to get it off the pitch ASAP without compromising the entire game. .42 seconds left in turn 2 for I Want to Be Like Doug. Now 2-die block on Air Biscuit over on the left side of the pitch. It'll be a knockdown. Oh boy, that's a windup. And that's a removal. Well done by the Windbreakers. 10v10 on the pitch now. 2-die blitz on the Goblin. Gets a pal here. An 8+ breaks armor. It has Mighty Blow. Could make it a 7+. Trying to remove this sneaky git. Doesn't break armor. Good hunting there. Didn't quite work out. Queso Bill still has a point of movement. I Want to Be Like Doug. Dipping into bonus time. Each team has 7 minutes 30 seconds on the bonus clock that they can extend their time by for the entire duration of the game. Turn 3 now, back to the Windbreakers. I Want to Be Like Doug with 6 minutes 24 seconds left in bonus time. The Windbreakers now on their turn 3. They have the ball on their own 14-yard line over in the left wide zone. Lots of their players tied up with these dwarves. You can see Doug's been trying to split these dwarves up. He's done a decent job of it, but Richard Cranium quickly trying to group them back together and start beating up on some of these orcs. If Doug really can't convert on this, he's going to find himself marked and in trouble with nobody left to protect the ball carrier. 2-die block on Paul Funyon's going to be double pals. Doesn't break armor. tough to break this Dwarven armor. Dwarven armor, and even when you do, they have thick skulls, so really hard to remove them. Hope everybody's been drinking water, because after this drive, some of them will likely not be returning to the pitch for the follow-up drive. Blitz by the one who dealt it. Gets a push on Queso Bill. Stand-up blitz in the left wide zone. Pushes Queso Bill back towards center pitch. Will not follow up. Has 2 more points of movement left with the blitzer. Two rushes with the blitzer to get back towards center pitch. That blitzer now on the opposing 12-yard line. Just crossed out of the left wide zone. 10 seconds left in the turn. And now a handoff declared, or I'm sorry, a pass declared. 2 rushes. Good reception. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Just like that, Doug the Minotaur showing why he is the current league champion. Good score. Remember, these orcs have animosity. Some of them have animosity toward their own position. The blitzers have animosity toward everyone. That thrower got through the animosity roll. We'll see who's not coming back onto the pitch. 2-2. So 2 dwarves, 2 orcs not returning to the pitch due to heat stroke. There's the reception. Good score. And what is this? 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 Why is Pepperoni Roller still here? Argue the call. So he succeeded in arguing the call, but there's also clearly a variable name. So this looks like it might be some sort of bug. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of this. This is something we're gonna have to investigate because this is way unfair if this is really just always gonna succeed. Long question, secret weapon. I would say if it turns out to be a bug, I don't know yet. I mean, we'll have to discuss it, but you know, off the top of my head, maybe you could take the death roller, but you'd have to not field it after the drive it's on the pitch. I know that doesn't let you argue the call, but that might be the way we go. I don't know yet, though. All right, Sweltering Heat removing the biggest ragu and Wyatt Burp, 2 linemen for the White Skull Windbreakers. And then Turtle Burp and Bull Snort, 2 blockers for I Want to Be Like Doug. Those are the Strength 4 players, and one of them has block as well. So bad trade here, I'd say, for I Want to Be Like Doug. I'm sorry, for White Skull Windbreakers. Long question, secret weapon. Oh no. All right, 5-man offensive line for the White Skull Windbreakers, 3-man defensive line. Here's the kick. very shallow kick. Oh no! Goes for the onside kick here, and it's a blitz. The Windbreakers could recover the ball right here on defense. They got 2 players on the D3 roll. That's 5 players who are not marked who get to activate before this drive begins. Ball kicked to the opposing 2-yard line. Gets the mark on the Soyce of Rogers. They set up a blitz with the one who smelt it. Here it is, 2-die blitz. Got the pal. If he follows up, he's going to... Yeah, if he follows up, that means he's going to try to get under this ball. He's going to be really, really scared of a touchback here. Marks Grady Crockett over in the right wide zone. Paul Funyon, the only other player on the left wide zone, currently marked by the one who smelt at the blitzer. And the ball's going to stay in play. The ball scatters over to the left wide zone, or the left sideline, I should say. Ball on the 2. Right on that sideline. Turn 3 for I Want to Be Like Doug. Two-die block. Gets the knockdown on the left defensive tackle. Dwarven team's very, very resilient, very hardy, but very slow. They want to stay grouped up. That includes offense, so they'll cage up and try to slowly push that cage down the pitch, but that means that that cage is only moving MAF 4. So every knockdown on a dwarf reduces its movement by 75%, barring any rushes. And they're not really a passing team, although I would say neither are the Orcs. We have seen Doug the Minotaur pass of the Dwarven team last season. Pass the entire length of the pitch, in fact. Well, not pass for the entire length, but get the ball from one end zone to the other in a single turn. Five seconds left in turn 3. I Want to Be Like Doug. Going for the blitz with the death roller. 3-die blitz is just going to be a push. Death roller tying up 2 opposing players. 2 opposing blitzers, in fact. Be Like Doug still has activations on the line. They might not take them though. Looks like they're going to go up the line and try. They're under 6 minutes on the bonus clock. 2-die block on the troll. Double pals here. 10 plus with Mighty Blow. Doesn't break armor. Takes the 1-die on Air Biscuit now. Gets a push out of this. He'll chain push Queso Bill 1 space forward. Queso Bill going to be on the opposing 4-yard line of the pitch. And now a 2-die. Gets a pal on Air Biscuit. That'll likely be the turn. Yes, indeed. Turn 4 now for the Windbreakers. They're in the lead 1-0. Ball on I Want to Be Like Doug's 2-yard line on the left sideline. Windbreakers already have a mark on the ball. 2-die block on Paul Funyon is a pal. This is going to free up that mark on the ball. This is the thrower. The thrower free to pick this ball up. It'll be a -1. He does have sure hands. Like I said, I still feel my one-turn defensive touchdown with half wings. It's one of my career highlights. I mean, it's always fun. It's rightfully a career highlight. Under a minute for the Windbreakers now. They're down to 2 re-rolls for the half. No real action here by Doug the Minotaur. Got the knockdown on Paul Funyon to clear up the thrower, his own thrower, but now seems unsure of what he wants to do. Now he's going for the blitz. Takes a blitz on Queso Bill. This will be a both standing result or a push. Chooses the push. And then rushes the one who denied it into place right behind the death roller. Windbreakers back into bonus time. 6:31 on their clock. Moves the Goblin right behind Silent but Deadly, the number 13 thrower. Over on the left wide zone, 50-50 pickup. Works out due to Sure Hands. Sure Hands made that a 75% pickup, but now the thrower marked on the sideline. Good 3+ dodge back to safety by the Windbreakers. .50 pickup turned into a 3/4 pickup. Decided to do the 3+ dodge. Gets to safety beside his Goblin teammate, and now Doug the Minotaur back in possession of this ball after scoring. Turn 4, final turn of the first quarter. We already have a touchdown on the board, and the defense has the ball. Blocks at center pitch. 1 knockdown. 2 knockdowns. This will be a removal. Air Biscuit. One of those strength 4 blockers. Removed, but the Apothecary saves the day. Second block of the turn. Doug Minotaur spending his Apothecary to save that blocker. He's down 2 this drive already. Didn't want to lose a third permanently. Spent the Apothecary. I think that's a good spend. Two-guy block on the one who's smelted. He's over in the left wide zone, or just outside the left wide zone. This will be a knockdown. Looking for that 10+. And got the KO. Wow. One-man player advantage now. Do I want to be like Doug? Yeah, when I did the History of Blood Bowl episode on the podcast, I saw that rule and I was like, are you What? Did I block? Did I block on the left wide zone? Gets a knockdown here. Dwarves grouped up on defense right in front of this ball carrier. Blitz still on the table. The death roller, pepperoni roller, free to move. If I'm not mistaken, like in early days of Blood Bowl, you could come onto the pitch mid-drive from the reserve box. 3-die block on one cheek squeak by the death roller, doesn't break armor. But now he's got a good mark on the thrower. Stand-up rush by Paul Funyon. Crosses the line of scrimmage in the left wide zone. He's hanging out behind Pepperoni Roller. And now the second quarter begins. The Windbreakers have the ball on their own 2-yard line, but they are heavily marked. They are marked by this death roller over on the left sideline. They have nowhere to go but a negative dodge unless they can somehow take out this Pepperoni Roller. I'm going to forever call death rollers pepperoni rollers. I know it. I want to be like Doug. Standing up some players and taking a 2-die over in the right wide zone. Gets a push out of this. Sorry, the white's called Windbreakers. Boy, that's confusing too. Stands up one cheek squeak. Successfully dodges away from that death roller over on that left sideline. But boy, this is going to come down to the thrower. What's the thrower going to do? 20 seconds left in the turn for the Windbreakers. Good 50-50 dodge to a 3+ dodge to a handoff. That's what he's going to do. Hands the ball off to the one who supplied it. I imagine he's going to shift over to the right here. Four plus dodge to a 3+ dodge. Remember the animosity roll as well. Has to roll that D6 and get a 2+. And then 2 rushes on top of that to tuck in behind that blocker, the final blocker on the pitch. What a play by Doug the Minotaur. And now these dwarves are going to have to rush downfield to get into position. And that's exactly what Richard Cranium is doing. Sending these dwarves with their low movement to try to get in front of this blitzer. Blitzer has 2 MA on most of the Dwarven players. Yeah, no rerolls. That's right. 4+, 3+, 2+, 3+, 2+, you know, whatever. It's cool. No biggie. Boot Polish asked, are there green elves? Gets a push over in the left wide zone. Sends the fourth player back to play some defense. The Soyce of Rogers this time, the number 10 lineman. Retreats all the way to I want to be like Doug's 12-yard line. Death Roller blitz on that Goblin. Got the POW here. Has Mighty Blow. Effectively a 7+ on the armor break, but not gonna break armor again. That Goblin staying on the pitch. One die block back at mid-pitch. Back at the, what was the line. Gets a POW here. No armor break. This frees up General So to get back into the game as well. General So, the blitzer, has an MA of 5 instead of an MA of 4. Yeah. Vicari 76 says casual 13% player there. You say 13%, I say let Nuffle take the wheel. 2 rushes by General So there. Freed up General So, 2 rushes to take the mark on the ball carrier over in the right wide zone. Turn 6 back to the Windbreakers. They have the ball on the opposing 2-yard line. They are marked by General So. And really nowhere to go before some dwarves descend upon this ball carrier. 2-die block. Gets a push here. Sorry, gets the knockdown rather. Ball carrier now free once again. And Doug Minotaur says, nope, I'm not. I can't move down pitch. I'm going to retreat. He retreats back to his own 12-yard line over in the right wide zone. Stand-up blitz by Under Thunder at mid-pitch. Gets a push on Butch Casserole. SP Beaver, thank you for the bits. Failed the really stupid roll by the troll. And so the troll's just gonna hang out. That troll's nigga trade is really stupid. The troll just not very smart. If there's a teammate adjacent to this player who can tap him on the shoulder, then he needs to succeed on a 2+ before he can take his action. Otherwise, it's a 4+. And if he fails, he loses his tackle zones and his action. Knockout on Queso Bill. 2-die block on Paul Funyon. It's going to be a push result here. Good 3+ dodge away from the Death Roller. The Goblins staying alive. And another good dodge away from the Death Roller. That's going to hold the Death Roller to a blitz. Turn 6 back to I want to be like Doug. 3 turns left for this team to try to get on the board. They will be on offense in the second half. These old rule talks are yeah, these are really cool. These are very interesting. I really like hearing how the game has evolved over time. Under a minute with no action by I want to be like Doug. Trying to figure out what they want to do for the remaining 3 turns of the half. I think if he argues the call again with the Death Roller and it succeeds, Oh wait, or somebody said maybe the bug is only in the first half or something. 3-die blitz by the Death Roller is yet again going to keep the Goblin in the game. Butch Casserole trying to remove this Goblin. Has tackle to negate the dodge skill. Gets a stun, but spent a reroll there. And now 2-die block back at the line of scrimmage on the left side. Gets a pal against the one who denied it. I would love to collect old versions of Blood Bowl. I might do that one day. It's an armor break on Duck Call on the left side of the pitch. The Windbreakers now, with their defense turned offense, pretty split up here, might decide to just prevent a score by I want to be like Doug. Let's see if he has a plan here. He has to end this turn in scoring position if he wants to get on the board a second time. Once again, Pants Vomit gonna fail a really stupid roll. Spends a reroll, got through Loner. Got through Loner, but failed the really stupid roll again. He said, you know what? All right. I'm retreating. Retreats all the way back to his own 24. Oh, he did fail Loner. You're absolutely right. He did fail Loner. One die block on Butch Casserole gets a pal. Oh, come on. I saw that. That was a fake punch. You did not make contact. Got the knockdown, got the stun on Butch Casserole. One die block on Queso Bill. And now turn 7, after a few blocks, turn 7 back to I want to be like Doug. Yeah, that's right. It's all kayfabe. Minute 20 left on the clock in turn 7. I want to be like Doug. Trying to apply some hurt here. Man, this is the second time something has irritated my wrist. I don't know what it is. Seconds left in turn 7. I want to be like Doug. Probably trying to figure out how to maximize their hits here. Takes the blitz on the one who denied it with the soyest of Rogers. Gets the pal here. Really wants a casualty out of this. He didn't get it. Two-die block in the left wide zone against the one who dealt it will be a push. Can still action Guac Holiday. Can still action General So. Of course, they still have Pepperoni Roller as well. I want to be like Doug in turn 7. They are down to 2 minutes, 30 seconds in bonus time for the game. One rush gets Guac Holiday in range of the ball carrier. Guac Holiday, the number 13 roller, takes another rush. Guac Holiday on the opposing 14-yard line now. Fails a rush by General So, spends a reroll. General So now threatening the ball carrier as well. Yeah, there's the death roller. Going for that foul. Dirty player +2. Well done. Got the Goblin off the pitch permanently there with the death roller. Von Roo says, I think it was just a rule. I read it as, I think that's just rude. Turn 8, final turn of the first half here. Windbreakers in possession of the ball on their own 24-yard line. Just trying to stop a score by I Want to Be Like Doug. Failed a really stupid roll on the troll yet again. Is that good enough? I don't think it's good enough. I don't think it's good enough. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Rushes into the corner with the blitzer. Takes the mark on Guac Holiday. Really, the only chance now is somehow Guac Holiday takes the blitz, probably doesn't follow up on the blitz, and hope the ball stays on the pitch. Oh no, the ball was bounced out here. Silent but Deadly is going to get in the way of Guac Holiday. Final turn of the game. Final turn of the half now for I Want to Be Like Doug. They take a 2-dive block back at the line, get a push. With one reroll left, they'll try to maximize their blocks here before going in the second half. They will be on offense in the second half of the game. It'll be down 0-1. Being a semi-final game, there are no draws. So if it's tied at the end of 16 turns, it'll be overtime. Two-die block by General So. And the one who denied it gets a POW. Not getting anything out of these blocks. Is he going to risk it with Guac Holiday? I would. I totally would. Blitz on Under Thunder gets a knockdown. Looking for a 10+. Doesn't get anything out of this one. Stands up Butch Casserole. Butch Casserole on the 4-yard line. Dipping into bonus time again. If he's got a play and he wants to execute on it, he doesn't have a whole lot of time left for the game. Rushes. Looks like it's going to take a 2-dive block on the one who dealt it. Yep. Not even going to bother going after the ball. I think that's totally fair. Why not spin the reroll? Now going for the foul with the death roller. Only got a stun out of it. And that's the game. I've never seen the whistle at halftime. 1-0. That's the score. I want to be like Doug. Going to be on offense a second time here up against the White Skull Windbreakers, trying to tie this ball game up. Okay, so this... Alright, so failed to argue the call here. Still says law question, secret weapon, though. We'll see what the heat stroke is. Soysa Rogers is going to be out for the White Skull... for I Want to Be Like Doug. Oh, no, and the thrower is out for the White Skull Windbreakers. They don't care too much when they're on defense, so maybe that's not so bad. Don't worry, I've logged the question. Meaning, like, you've asked, or you've put it into like a bug tracker for cyanide or something. This other bug where the clock keeps doing the alarm. So the Death Roller out for the remainder of the game, being a secret weapon, got called off the pitch. Richard Cranium argued the call, but the ref said not this time. So 10v10 on the pitch, it seems. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10v10 on the pitch. Here's the kick. 5-man offensive line for the Windbreakers. 2 receivers. It's an officious ref. Who does he hate? He hates Kevin Bacon. Everybody hates Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon, you should know better than to get into a fight with the ref. He's gonna knock you out, man. You're an actor. You're not a fighter. 2-dive block on the line, gets a pal on Air Biscuit. I want to be like Doug. Once again on offense here, they're down a touchdown. Only 1 minute, 17 seconds left in bonus time for the duration of the game for this team. 2-dive block works out due to the block skill. 2-dive blitz, rather, on Duck Call, the number 5 blocker in the rear of this anchor. And now 2-dive block on the Troll will be a knockdown. Final block on the line. Double pals on Under Thunder. So the number 11 blitzer, MA of 5, is now free to protect this ball, and indeed he'll move back to cover the ball before the ball pickup. Goes for the pickup with Block Holiday. Good pickup. 2 runners on the pitch. Kevin Bacon knocked out, or stunned, I should say. So the ball's going to be in the hands of Block Holiday. He's the level 2 runner. I was about to call him a rookie, but congratulations, you've leveled up. Advances the ball to his own 6-yard line. And now turn 9 back to the Windbreakers. Life is asked, so does he try to stall and go for overtime, or just play aggressively and go for it in normal time? That's a very good question. Yeah, I'd probably play for OT. Or maybe score in turn 14, maybe. Give yourself a chance to maybe recover it, but not so much of an opportunity for the Orcs to score. But I don't know, giving the Orcs 3 turns is a little scary. Guess it depends on. I'd say for OT, because, boy, everything's so scary. Like, The sweltering heat is scary. Like it's just a scary time. Like you've got a good amount of players now, but will you after this? I just don't know. You know. Windbreakers lost their apothecary, saving one of their blockers, their strength 4 players. 3 rerolls for the game. 2 die blitz and the biggest ragu. He's the left receiver here. Gets an injury out of it. Gets an injury. Is the apothecary going to be spent here? Biggest ragu is one of the linemen with block. No, 1-man player advantage now for the Windbreakers. Gets a removal. I would say it's just a lineman, but any dwarf removal is a good removal. Windbreakers with 4 minutes, 44 seconds left on the bonus clock. 3 rerolls for the game. Remember, if this goes to overtime, it'll be a new coin flip. You'll set up as if it's a new game, except you don't get back your injuries or anything, but you also don't get back your rerolls. Turn 10 now for I Want to Be Like Doc. Kevin Bacon's going to be down to 3 MA. Might take the back corner of a cage. Kevin Bacon stands up. Advances forward off to the right. Kevin Bacon on the 10. The ball on the 2. And I Want to Be Like Doug's own 2-yard line. Oh, 1 die blitz on Air Biscuit is a skull. Spends a reroll into a push. Took a big block here. Not a bad 1 die when you have the block skill and your opponent doesn't, but got that skull, and now he's down to 2 rerolls for the game. And now a 1 die again, this time on the number 3 blocker. Turtle burp. He's the center defensive tackle. This is going to be some form of chain push. Pushes straight back. Frees up Queso Bill. Might shift Queso Bill over for the 1 die on Bull Snort. I like how you get 1 use of the apothecary, but he's still on the sideline. He's like, no, I'm done for the day, but I'll watch the rest of the game. 1 die block in front of the ball carrier will be a both standing result. Another 1 die block on the one who supplied it over in the right wide zone. This time gets the knockdown. And now I Want to Be Like Doug with under a minute left on the bonus clock. Another 1 die block on Duck Call. Gets a push. .50-50 dodge by Wyatt Burp into a 2+ rush. Boy, rolling dice like nobody's business. The Windbreakers on turn 10 now. Double pals here. And General So gets the knockout. Do you think she ever accidentally hits herself in the face with those like those spiked pom-poms? Like she must, right? Gets a knockout on Wyatt Burp. Pushes Wyatt Burp over in the right wide zone. Takes a mark on the ball carrier now. 2 marks on Guac Holiday. SP Beaver says, hey, well, that's why there's only one cheerleader left. 40 seconds left in turn 10. The Windbreakers applying the pressure here on defense. Windbreakers with an excellent offense in the first drive of the game. On defense, the onside kick, they were able to recover the ball. And now on defense, applying strong pressure to the ball while keeping their defensive formation cohesion together. Not being too risky here. I think that's smart. I think that's the way to play this. Two-eye block on Paul Funyon after the movement assist. Gets a push out of this. This frees up the one who supplied it. Currently prone. He'll have an MA of 3. Yeah, what a weird coincidence. Yeah. I've never heard of the show myself. Under 4 minutes in bonus time for the Windbreakers now. Deciding how aggressive he wants to get. He's decided I'll get fairly aggressive. He's going to send the one who smelt it, the number 10 blitzer with the guard skill, back to the opposing 6-yard line. Shuffling toward Guac Holiday. Fails the really stupid roll with the troll. The troll's going to stay on the ground. If you're going to watch Evangelion, I would say, obviously I love it, but it's probably not what you're expecting. So just be prepared. And if you're going to watch it, you got to watch the whole thing. So you got to watch the TV series. Then you have to watch End of Evangelion. Then you have to watch the Rebuild movies. And I'm pretty sure they're all on Netflix. So that's 13 episodes, or 26 episodes. 13 episodes? 13 episodes and 5 movies. There's a few other movies that don't matter that much. All right, it's a couple of pushes to end the turn, and now turn 11 back to I Want to Be Like Doug. They have the ball on their own 2-yard line, but they're marked by a couple of biggin blockers. Kevin Bacon going to take to the line here. I Want to Be Like Doug only has 25 seconds left on the bonus clock. I mean, it's not like they're not out of order or anything, but they're all part of one big serial. Gets the knockdown on the block. It's going to shift Guac Holiday over to the right wide zone. Comes in to assist on this block. Gets a POW on duck call. Big armor break here. Gets a stun on duck call. He'll be out for at least a turn. He'll be out for a turn, and then he's going to spend 3 MA to stand up on the following turn. It's going to reduce his MA down to 2 effectively. Wyatt Burp is going to move forward to try with a rush, try to secure the ball and secure the pitch here. So he's lining up his players here, trying to secure this section of the pitch. Spent a reroll here. Boy, oh boy, roll the skull. Spent the reroll. Down to one reroll. And a failed dodge by Queso Bill. Turn 11 back to the Windbreakers. They still have all three rerolls. Their opponent down to just one left. Troll stands up, moves forward, takes a mark on Wyatt Burp. All the action over in the right wide zone now. 2-die block. Gets a pow on Wyatt Burp this time. Rushes under Thunder to get in front of the ball carrier. 2-die block on Butch Casserole. He's also in front of the ball carrier. He's going to get knocked down here. And now the one who smelt it coming up behind Guac Holiday. Guac Holiday running out of movement options. Blitz on the ball carrier. 1-die blitz. Gets a push. We'll probably re-roll this. No, he says I'm good. He says I'm good. He had the block skill there. Decided to take the push instead. Save the re-roll. He's going to keep the blitzer in place to cover the sideline. And 2-die block back at the line of scrimmage. Re-rolls this against Meatloaf. Roll double skulls. Gets a push this time. There's 2 both down results, but his opponent had the block skill. Turn 12 for I Want to Be Like Doug. They have their ball on the opposing 2-yard line in the hands of Guac Holiday. But this defense has encircled the offense. Sure. Two-die block gets a knockdown here on the one who denied it. It's the number 8 blitzer. You know what I'm gonna get after this game? You might not know what this place is depending on where you live. I'm gonna get Checkers fries. I'm gonna go to Checkers and get some fries. That's what I'm gonna get. Yeah, Checkers fries are the best. Rushes with the ball carrier. 2 rushes with Guac Holiday. Opens up the hole. Guac Holiday now down to the opposing 18-yard line. $20 seconds left on the bonus clock. 3+ dodge to get a little bit more protection on the ball carrier with Kevin Bacon. 14 seconds left in bonus time for the game. Big turn 10. Gets a pow on the 1-die back at the line of scrimmage. Turtle Burp getting knocked down. 2 seconds of bonus time left on the clock for I Want to Be Like Doug, and now the Windbreakers up. Yeah, checkers. Checkers is awesome. Final turn of the third quarter. The Windbreakers in the lead, 1-0. They have 2 rerolls left. I want to be like Doug with no rerolls remaining. 2-die block. Gets a knockdown here. Decides to go for the push instead. Once the room frees up the blocker. Oh, the blocker's not the one with the block skill. Had to be a push. 2-die block against Butch Casserole. Gets a knockdown. He doesn't go after this ball carrier. Richard Cranium will absolutely score. If he doesn't go after him at all, Richard Cranium will not score this turn. But he'll get to the end zone and score the following turn. Uh-oh. It just says waiting for opponent. I hope that's a bug. All right, and now takes a rush to try to mark Guac Holiday. Has to spend the reroll. There he goes. Marks Guac Holiday with Under Thunder, the injured lineman. Failed the really stupid roll again with the troll. That's a 2+. It's a 2+ roll there. Failed it yet again. And now, fourth quarter begins for I Want to Be Like Doug. A 2-die block on Air Biscuit will be a POW. Checkers, Dune. If I haven't gone on a tangent about Evangelion, it's only a matter of time. Right now, it's all about Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Star Ocean. The new Final Fantasy comes out soon. I'll rave about that, I'm sure. No rerolls for I Want to Be Like Doug here. Fighting games, yeah, JRPGs. Wooden Ships and Iron Men, yep. Love that game. 2-die Blitz gets a push here. Remember, I Want to Be Like Doug has no rerolls remaining. I went to my local arcade. They had a Street Fighter 6 cabinet. I don't really like Street Fighter 6 so much, but I just decided to play it. And I said, you know what? I'll try out the modern controls this time. Boy, it takes some getting used to, man. 3 buttons instead of 6. 3+ dodge. Oh! Showboats it into the end zone on the 3+ dodge. No rerolls left. Took the blocks. Went for the dodge. Gets on the board here. Street Fighter V is absolutely not my favorite. It is my least favorite. Zigzags the ball into the end zone. All tied up 1-1 to start the second quarter. And Nuffle was not kind with the heat stroke. Blitzer out. 2 blockers out again. Queso Bill, that's the Mighty Blow lineman, out. Wyatt Burp, out. Kevin Bacon has heat stroke. He is out. Shaq Fu, I've not played a lot of Shaq. I've played Shaq Fu. 8v7 on the pitch. 1-man player advantage for the Windbreakers. They're going to be on offense. They're going to have a full quarter to try to win this game. Yeah, I've absolutely played Shaq Fu. I thought everyone's played Shaq Fu. I know. All right. The Windbreakers, silent but deadly, back to catch the ball. They got it on the high kick. And now they'll advance the ball to their own 14-yard line to start this second quarter for them. Free ball. 2-9 block. Gets knocked out on push casserole. He's the right defensive tackle. 2-9 block on the left defensive tackle. Paul Funyon will be a knockdown as well. Yeah, I mean, Shaq Fu's not good. I will say there are worse fighting games than Shaq Fu. Significantly worse. Criticom is bad. There's a fighting game called Balls that's terrible. There's a D&D fighting game, Iron and Blood is bad. Street Fighter the movie is, it's not good, but it's not as bad as everybody says it is. There's actually two different versions. Yeah, Balls is on the N64, that's right. There's two different versions. The arcade version of Street Fighter the movie was almost entirely different from the console version. And the console version is better by a wide margin, but still not great. The arcade version had this mechanic where, like, if you could throw your opponent, and then they could throw you, and then you could throw them, and you could do this, I think it was 3 times. And if you do it, the game like shouts like Slam Master. 2-die blitz into double skulls here for the Windbreakers. They're not going to spend their final reroll. Oh, and got stunned on that skull. Double skulls on the blitz and said, you know what, I can spend that reroll better elsewhere. Kabuki Warriors, is that what it's called? I thought it was like Kasumi Ninja or something. There's one on the, there's a number on the Atari Jaguar that are bad. Yeah, they made a Street Fighter game based on the movie. In fact, they made two, so they made Street Fighter the movie, the game, based on the live action movie. And then there's like I'm gonna call it like almost like a digital novel. They made a Street Fighter game on the Saturn based on the animated movie. Yeah, Iron and Blood is awful. Iron and Blood is really bad. 2-die blitz gets a push on Turtle Burp. I want to be like Doug. Remember, they have no rerolls left for the entire game unless Nepal is kind on a brilliant coaching result. Yeah, nobody played it. Nobody played it. That cab was always empty in the arcade. There was a couple games nobody played that I really liked. Like Mortal Kombat 4, nobody liked, but I liked it a lot. There's a game on the Neo Geo cab called SNK vs. Capcom, not to be confused with Capcom vs. SNK. Everyone played CVS. Nobody played SVC, but I liked SVC. 1-die block on Bull Snort. Works out due to the block skill. Turn 14 back to the Windbreakers. They have the ball on their own 14-yard line. 3 turns to win this game. I mean, the Dreamcast was a fighting game, like, superstar. There were so many great fighting games on the Dreamcast. That's where I played this It's like a giant robot fighting game called Techromancer. Really good. It's really unique. It's a lot of fun. Finally, the troll getting into this game gets through the really stupid roll. Lends the assist for the 2-die block on Paul Funyon. This will be a both standing result. Yeah, Power Stone 2 were great. There were a lot of cool fighters like that. There was a Spawn game that was very similar to Power Stone that was a lot of fun. I think it was called Spawn Into the Demon's Hand, I think. 40 seconds left on the clock for the Windbreakers. They stand up Bull Snort. Holy moly, going for the 2-die on General So. Can't stay at mid-pitch with Silent But Deadly now. We'll get the knockout on General So here. See if he moves to the left or the right. Boy, no real safe places to go. Repositions the blitzer. Looks like he's might be moving to the right here. Yes, indeed. There he goes. Advances the ball to the 6. Gets just behind the one who smelt it. Turn 15. Back to I Want to Be Like Doug. Yeah, I thought Power Stone was so clever. It was such a fun game. SB says, does he still have the movement to score? I'm sure he does. He's got 2 turns. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, not with the current ball carrier. So Under Thunder would have to do it, or someone else. I'm sad I'm not going to Evo this year. I used to go every year for a long time, and I used to go to lots of tournaments, and then the pandemic hit, and then I just kind of stopped. So, but Street Fighter 3 is going to be at Evo this year, and that is my favorite Street Fighter game by a wide margin. Love that game. Street Fighter 3 is so great because nothing is safe. Every button you hit is a risk. It's so much fun due to the parry system. All right. Mid-pitch wide open here as the 2 teams split off into 2 groups. That's the knockout on Bull Snort. Ten seconds on the clock. He has 2 seconds in bonus time. And that's it. The bonus clock used up. I Want to Be Like Doug out of resources, out of rerolls, out of bonus time. They still have their apothecary. They take a mark on the one who smelt it. He's on the front left corner of the thrower, who is currently on the Windbreakers' own 6-yard line. Turn 15, back to the Windbreakers. 2-die block over on the left side. Has to spend his final reroll into double skulls. Oh no! Doug, the minutes are now playing for the draw here, or at least the draw through regular time. Wow. Took the 2-die double skulls on the troll. Spent his final reroll on that troll. Didn't work out. Neither team with a reroll left for the game. And now all of the odds have changed dramatically. Like we talked about with Sure Hands, where that turned a 50-50 into a 75%. That is a big, big difference. And now the odds are very different on all of these rolls, which makes some of these more complicated moves where you need to do a number of rolls in order that much more scary. And therefore you have to really change your tactics to figure out how to make it as safe as possible. Two-die blitz on the one who smelt it is just a push. He'll mark the ball carrier here. Oh, decides to stay back. He wanted to mark him from the other side. Fair enough. Didn't want to get in the way of that blitzer. Two-die block on Under Thunder. Gets the knockdown here. That might be the turn. No, he's taking a 1-die over on the left side. Both standing result. And then he takes the uphill into a skull against Bullstorm. Final turn of regular play here. The Windbreakers will not be able to score. So it's just about getting an advantage for this overtime period that we're about to go into. Oh, thank you, Signer's Loop. I'm sorry. That's let's clear that. Just the way I have that set up. If I switch scenes while it's still on the screen, it'll just stay on the screen forever. Thanks. Sorry about that, Signer's Loop. White Skull Windbreakers. Looking to see if they can do anything else, or if anything else is worth doing. I'm gonna get a 2-die on Paul Funyon. This will work out. Looking for a 10+. Desperately looking for a 10+. Doesn't get it. Why don't you just try to pass? Why don't you try to get that SPP? I want to see it happen. So in overtime, this will be a coin toss, a new coin toss. But no rerolls will be returned to either coach. I imagine whoever wins the coin toss is probably going to want to be on offense. We'll see how the Sweltering Heat plays out as well. Windbreakers win the coin toss, and they're coming onto the pitch on offense. It's one out for each side. The Blitzer, General So out for I Want to Be Like Doug, and the one who smelt it, the Blitzer with guard, out for the White Skull Windbreakers. I believe this will be 10v9 on the pitch in favor of the White Skull Windbreakers. Yeah, 10 orcs versus 9 dwarves. That's correct. No rerolls for either coach unless brilliant coaching is rolled. And no bonus time left for I Want to Be Like Doug. Very wide defensive line here for I Want to Be Like Doug. 6 players on the line currently for the Windbreakers. 4 linebackers and we'll call them safeties. 2 safeties and the 2 runners for I Want to Be Like Doug. And now 8 players on the line for the Windbreakers. They're going to try to block down the line. Here's the kick. Silent but deadly, back to receive. What was happening to the ball? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! First it was Kevin Bacon, and then Nuffle says, you know what? Silent but deadly, you're getting stunned this turn. Silent but deadly stunned by the officious ref. Oh, Nurgle64, welcome to the stream. Oh, good call. Yeah, there is a dwarf in the end zone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So it's 11. It's 11 v9, actually in favor of I Want to Be Like Doug. Wait, did I just do math wrong? Let me redo my math. 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 v10. Thank you. I went to school for math. Blocking down the line, gets a push on Meatloaf, the left defensive tackle. I wonder why he's in the end zone. Did he not place him and then the game made him put him on the pitch? Is that what happened? I think maybe he only fielded 10 or something, and when time ran out, the game made him put the 11th on the pitch. I'm not sure. Yeah, I wonder if he actually knows he's on the pitch. Three-plus pickup by the blitzer, number 5. He's going to fall back to pick the ball up, and now the 2-die by the troll will be a push. Windbreakers have just that injured lineman under Thunder to reposition. We're going to try to cover on the line, and now turn 17 back to I Want to Be Like Doug. No time clock, so they have just 2 minutes. 2-die block on Bull Snort gets the knockdown here. Richard Cranium must not see Wyatt Burp, otherwise I imagine he would have moved him first. Two-die blitz on Turtle Burp gets a knockdown on the right side of the line. That's the blitz spent. The two safeties left to activate, as well as Paul Funyon with under a minute to play. Repositions Paul Funyon up to the line of scrimmage. And positions Guac Holiday with 35 seconds on the clock. I don't think he sees Wyatt Burp. He's going to be kicking himself when he realizes he has a player in the end zone. Two-die block on Paul Funyon. He moved up to the line, and he's getting knocked down here by the one who denied it. Super safety. You guys stay at the line of scrimmage. I'll just be back in the end zone just in case anybody breaks away. I got it covered. Windbreakers setting up the cage on their own 4-yard line now. Nobody will notice. You won't get past me. 2-9 block on the Soysa Rogers. This will be a push by the Troll. We've seen no vomit by the Troll so far this game, opting instead for the blocks. Actually opting for nothing, as the Troll's often been boneheaded, or really stupid rather. 2-9 block on Queso Bill. Gets a knockdown here. Queso Bill, the lineman with mighty blow and guard, high dollar player. Turn 18. Back to I Want to Be Like Doug. Yeah. You won't get by me this time. That Troll has a lot of trash talk for having done nothing. Clapping his hands and thumbs down. Get out of here. What have you done all game? Minute 12 left on the clock. And turn 18 for I Want to Be Like Doug. Action order absolutely imperative here. This is sudden death overtime. The first team to score will win this game and advance to the advance to the finals, I should say. Any team that makes it to a finals in a two-tie block works out to the block skill with Kevin Bacon. This is the first real action we've seen with Kevin Bacon. Any team that makes it to a finals gets invited to the Blood Bowl at the end of the season. That's the Invitational, the championship competition, the big game, the big show. 2-9 block with Turtle Burp gets a pal here. Turtle Burp on the right side of the line. Stun out of this. See if he can convert on this stun in this upcoming turn. Takes a mark on the front right corner of the cage with Butch Casserole. Oh, if he does. Takes a one-die block. We've seen Richard Cranium not shying away from these one-die blocks. Works out to the block scale here. Generally a one-die when you have the block scale, not too bad, but when it's in a position that is precarious, then you really need to second guess the block, especially if you have no rerolls. Windbreakers. Turn 19. Under Thunder comes in for the assist on Butch Casserole, but that is a double skull. And that is a null turn. Oh, and he got KO'd on it. Huge loss for the Windbreakers here. Took the back right corner off for the assist, rolled into double skulls. And then was KO'd for his trouble. That's a removal. One-man player advantage for I Want to Be Like Doug. The front right corner of his cage open. The assist with Under Thunder already negated. Ball carrier is a blitzer, so does have the block skill. Here comes the blitz. Double pals! You don't need block when you roll double pals! Let's see where the ball bounces. The ball's gonna bounce into the hands of the Sunday Kid on the 5+ catch. Holy moly. Good blitz, but the ball's going to stay in control of the Windbreakers. Double pals here. Gets the push. Sunday Kid's going to recover the ball. Sorry, not the Windbreakers. I want to be like Doug. It is so confusing. This team name. I'll get it straight. Turn 20 now for the Windbreakers. They've got to try to get this ball back from I want to be like Doug. Doug has to get it back from I want to be like Doug. Turn 20. Windbreakers. Not a lot of unmarked players. Take a 2-die block on the choice of Rogers. Look at a pal here. They really want a removal. They'll have to follow up. Well, they don't have to follow up. Decides to stay put. BB Nuts says, no offense to Doug, you should not have trusted that troll after the first half. That troll is pretty dumb. He's a pretty dumb dude. Windbreakers with just about 2 minutes left on the bonus clock here in overtime. 2-die block on Butch Casserole. He'll get a pal here. Got through the really stupid roll in the 4+. Maybe that's his problem. He needs to roll the 4+ really stupid rolls, not the 2+ rolls. He doesn't like being looked at. Don't look at me. I can't do it if you're looking at me. Goes back under Thunder to try to cover the right side here. And now the blitz. The 2-die blitz on the ball carrier. This will be enough. Gets the knockdown on the Sunday Kid. Hope he breaks, or he hopes he breaks armor. But now the ball scatters. Oh, one catch for another. This time a 6+ by Turtle Burp. And the White Skull Windbreakers recover it. Good blitz. Ball's going to scatter out of the hands of the Dwarves into the hands of these Orcs. 6+ catch. Well done. And now it just looks like the troll is, is taunting his teammate. Indeed it is. Turn 20 back. I want to be like Doug. Can't be too mad about that. He had to have known it was a gift when he got the 5+ catch by the Sunday Kid. 2-die blitz gets a push on the one who dealt it, the injured blitzer. Yeah, maybe he is actually taunting him. He's like, "You're going down." Ball in possession of the defense here, currently on the opposing 2-yard line. 1-die blitz on the number 9 blitzer, gets a knockdown here. This is Meatloaf taking the block. He's on the left side of the ball, a couple of spaces away, about 3 spaces away on the left side. 12 seconds left on the clock. 1-die block on the left side of the line of scrimmage is a POW. Depending on how long this takes, this might be the last action of this turn. And it is turn 21 back to the Windbreakers. I've never seen overtime in Blood Bowl 3, or I've never seen the end of overtime in Blood Bowl 3. It is allegedly kicks. We'll see how that works out. But generally, after OT, if no team is scored, if it's still a draw, it goes to kicks. It's basically a roll-off but your rerolls count to in your favor. So if you have rerolls left at the end of regulation play, it might be an option to really want to hold on to them to try to win the roll-off. Oh, really? Does it just go to another... Does it go to... Oh, the reroll thing was removed? All right, so it's just a straight roll-off. Activates Bull Snort over in the left wide zone, brings him over to the right into this scrum. Currently marking 2 opposing dwarves with Bull Snort. Really wants to lock down as many dwarves as he can if he can open up a hole here. 16 seconds left on the clock, 2 minutes in bonus time, so if he wants to take his time here, he can. Two-die block on the soyest of Rogers. Gets a pal here into a chain push. Great stun here. Shuffles in the one who supplied it. And now a 2-die block by on Kevin Bacon by Turtle Burp. Gets a pow out of this. Kevin Bacon with a runner as a runner just has a 9+ instead of a 10+ on armor. He has a 2-die with Air Biscuit. He's up against a blocker in Queso Bill. I don't know if he wants to take it. Yeah, I think it's better to just keep the mark. Turn 21 back to I want to be like Doug. Every roll's scary when there's no rerolls left. Gets things started with a 1-die on the left side of the line of scrimmage to try to free up Gravy Crockett as a blitzer. Gets the assist for the 2-die on Bull Snort. Gets a knockdown here as well. Gets a KO out of this. That's another removal. He's happy about that. But now, what is he going to do? Sends Paul Funyon down pitch as a potential receiver. Or not as a receiver, as a safety, I should say. Block Holiday dodges away to play some defense as well. Yeah, I don't think... oh, there he is! Wyatt Burp in the game! Wyatt Burp deciding to join this game. Turn 22 for the Windbreakers. Two-die block on Meatloaf. He's just behind the ball carrier to the left. He's going to get knocked down. Yeah, it's looking like it. It's looking like it. We'll see if the Windbreakers can break free here to try to win. Two-die block on the Sunday Kid. Let's get a knockdown as well. Deny block on Kevin Bacon. This is a push. Kevin Bacon behind the ball carrier. Now he's going to remain marked. Pushed a little bit further away. Silent but deadly, the thrower marking him. I wonder if they have an animation for kicks the way they did in DB2. I imagine not. There's a lot of things that don't have animations that they had in DB2. Did I block on Butch Casserole? Gets pow out of this with the Troll. The Troll deciding to play a little bit of this game. Ball carrier is currently free. Oh no, that's boo. That's not very exciting. The one who dealt it, number 11 blitzer, moving down the left wide zone on the opposing 8-yard line. And the ball carrier is going to join him. Two-die block on Queso Bill is going to be a knockdown as well. Lots of great knockdowns here. These knockdowns on these Dwarven players, not only are they marked, but they've lost almost all of their movement. But, 4+ dodge to a rush to get Under Thunder into position to try to stop the blitz on Turtle Burp. Gravy Crockett can come in to negate the assists, but it's still going to be an uphill block. Gravy Crockett negating the assist on the left side of the ball carrier. Burp takes a mark on the ball carrier. 50 seconds left in the turn. 58 seconds left on the bonus clock. Sends Guac Holiday back to play in the secondary. In front of the ball. Guac Holiday back on the 16 now. Ball currently on the 8. Paul Funyon to activate next. Blitz still on the table. Here it comes. Two-die blitz. Gets a pow on Under Thunder. We'll follow up for sure. Well, maybe it's not for sure. We'll see. Yeah, stays put. Wants to play to some defense. It's just one space to the left to get another mark on the ball carrier. Dodges Kevin Bacon away to safety, and that'll be the turn. Turn 23. Back to the Windbreakers. They have 2 turns to try to win this game in overtime. Seconds have gone by, no action yet. Under Thunder stands up, shifts one space to the left. He's marking Gravy Crockett now. One die block on Wyatt Burp, gets a push. He'll take it. Ball carrier's still not free. He can blitz. Two-die blitz on Paul Funyon. Comes. Got the pow. He'll shift back to mid-pitch here. Great stun there. That might do it for him. Great stun. Not out of the woods, but that is excellent. It's got to end in scoring position here. That means he has to get to at least the 14. Probably a little further if he doesn't want to get pushed out of scoring range. Oh no, 14's fine. Has to get to the 12, but the 14 gives him a little bit of wiggle room. Oh, don't worry, I miss things all the time. I miss things all the time. 2-die blocks of both standing result back at the line of scrimmage. Another 2-die block. That's a turnover on the skull, on the both down result, I should say. Soysa Rogers with the block skill, and now turn 23 to I want to be like Doug. Yeah, block's a fantastic skill. One of the best basic skills in the game. Takes a blitz on the one who dealt it. So not even going to bother blitzing the ball carrier. It's just going to take a mark on the ball carrier. But that's not enough, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The blitz is 1, the rush is 2. Yeah. All right. And he'll mark in the front here. Not marking in the front. So let's see. If he blitzes this way, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is actually great positioning. Wow. So now if he blitzes, that blitz, that MA is lost because he doesn't want to follow up. Otherwise, he would have got sort of a free, quote-unquote, movement on the blitz. The blitz eats up one of your MA, so you could follow up if you get the knockdown or even if you get a push. But here he can't, because he has to take the blitz on Guac Holiday if he wants to keep the player or break the player free. KO on the troll. Who cares? I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure Doug the Minotaur cares. Good rushes by Sunday Kid. So I was just about to talk about this. He could have had a positive dodge here. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 rushes. Now he can't. 2-die block back in the middle of nowhere. This will be a push. And that's the end of the turn. Turn 24. Back to the Windbreakers. Can they score? Excellent positioning here by I Want to Be Like Doug to do their best to stop the score. White Skull Windbreakers. Yeah, had to go for the dodge blitz there. Didn't work out. That's a turnover. SB Beaver, thank you so much for the bits. With the emergency rush warning. Didn't get that far. Oh no. I don't think anybody's in scoring position. We're going to go to kicks here. So now it's just about getting the SPP for the next game. And hopefully you win the roll-off. Best way to lose. Even if you win, you lose. 2-die block on Under Thunder's a push. Hard fought game by both coaches. It's going to come down to a competitive die roll. Oh, showboating on the foul. Tried to remove Turtle Burp, but was unsuccessful. Did not get called off the pitch. But this is his penalty for showboating. He rolls double skulls on his thrower. Or on Kevin Bacon, rather. Kevin Bacon's gonna not be injured. All right. I don't know which one that is, but it looks like Doug the Minotaur has won this game on kicks. Wow, boy. Congratulations to Doug the Minotaur. Wins this one 2-1. Holy moly. Game went to kicks. White Skull Windbreakers win this one. They eliminate I Want to Be Like Doug. I want to Be Like Doug with 6-0 going into the semifinals. Yeah, I'm sad there's no animation. 6-0 going into the semifinal. Richard Cranium, the reigning Chaos Cup champion, he will be dethroned by one of the 2 Orc teams making it to the final. SPP for the evening. 9 for I Want to Be Like Doug. 11 for the Windbreakers. It's not a bad pickup at all. And there it is. There's the bracket. Season 4 Chaos Cup. It's going to come down to Doug the Minotaurs, White Skull Windbreakers, and Chimes. Never Gonna. Orc versus Orc mirror match. Doug the Minotaur, reigning league champion. Chime, this is his first final in the league. I'm excited to see this game. 2 Orcs duking it out. This is going to be a good one as well. 1 game left in this competition. And after that, we'll take a short break, maybe a week or so, and then we'll open up the registration for the Spike Magazine Trophy. Again, that's open to anyone who wishes to play, whether you've participated in the Chaos Cup or not. And due to the way the league is structured, you still have a very good shot at making the Blood Bowl. It's also open to anyone who wishes to play, whether you've played Blood Bowl or not, whether you're a veteran, whether you've never, ever rolled dice in Blood Bowl at all. But it's a lot of fun, and I hope you come out and compete with us, or even if you just want to watch. I appreciate everybody coming out to hang out on the streams and watch. I love this game so much. 1 game left in this first competition, but plenty of games left in the season. Scheduling for the Chaos Cup finals will begin tomorrow. When that game gets scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to those schedules on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club here on Twitch, or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, Twitter, and Facebook. There they are. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. Vicari76 says, when is the next game? Yeah, it'll be within the next week, whenever the coaches schedule it. It could be as soon as Thursday. Could be as late as the weekend. Could be as soon as tomorrow even. But probably not Wednesday and probably not Friday, just because I'm not available to stream on those games. Play Blood Bowl, guys. Like, this game is so much fun. This is so much fun. What a great game this is, where you can be a team of orcs beating up on Kevin Bacon. You can watch Blood Bowl, or you can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation and Xbox, and in tabletop form at your friendly local game store. Until the Chaos Cup finals, take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Congratulations to Doug the Minotaur.